Be me. 39 years old. Making $140,000 as a corporate lawyer in Chicago. Living in a sleek one-bedroom in River North. Treadmill in the corner. Skincare routine that costs more than some people's rent. I have my life together. Sunday evening. Doing my weekly reset. Laundry spinning. Groceries delivered. Reviewing depositions for Monday. Phone rings. It's Mom. Almost let it go to voicemail. I know what's coming. Answer anyway. Sweetheart, did you hear the news? Katie's pregnant. My younger sister, 29 years old, been with some insurance adjuster named Tyler for 8 months. He makes maybe $55,000 and drives a used Subaru. That's wonderful, Mom. I'm so happy for her. They're already talking about names. Tyler's family has a lake house in Wisconsin. Perfect for the baby shower. She goes on for 6 minutes about nursery themes and gender reveals. Then the pivot I knew was coming. So, honey, are you seeing anyone special? Not how's the case going. Not how are you feeling. Straight to relationship status. I'm dating around. Just being selective. Well, you know. Her voice gets that careful tone. You're not getting any younger. Maybe you should try one of those professional services. Barbara's daughter used a matchmaker. She's married now. Twins on the way. I'm fine, Mom. I'm just saying. If you want grandchildren from both daughters. I have to go. Client emergency. There's no emergency. After we hang up, I'm annoyed. But she planted a seed. I pull up Bumble, start scrolling through my matches. There's Greg, 53, with 2 kids from 2 marriages. His main photo is him holding a fish, wearing sunglasses so you can't see his eyes. His bio says, "My kids are my world," which I respect. But also, where do I rank? Kevin, 46, tech entrepreneur. Every single photo has someone cropped out. A woman's hand on his shoulder here, half a face there. His bio mentions his startup and disrupting industries. Scott, 49, middle school teacher. His profile is actually sweet. He coaches soccer, volunteers at the food bank, but he's 5'8", and his photos are all him with pre-teens or at school events. Does this man have adult friends? David, 43. Software developer at Microsoft. Decent salary, probably. But 5 photos and his kids are in every single one. Being a dad is my whole identity. Good for you, David. Where's the photo that shows you have a personality outside of parenting? I close the app. When did this happen? 3 years ago, I was matching with surgeons, investment bankers, tech executives, men with options. Men who looked like they took care of themselves. I tell myself it's just a slow week, or the algorithm. Or maybe I need to update my photos. But Mom's words are stuck in my head. You're not getting any younger. I pour a glass of Pinot Noir. Google Best Matchmakers, Chicago. Margaret's office is in one of those historic buildings near Michigan Avenue. Marble floors, velvet chairs, photos of happy couples covering one entire wall. She's maybe 67. Short silver hair, pearl earrings, blazer. She's got a laptop and printed intake forms. Like, this is serious business. The consultation starts normal enough. Margaret asks what I'm looking for. I'm prepared. I've thought about this extensively. Height-wise, 6'1" minimum. I'm 5'9", and I like wearing heels. Proportions matter. Financially stable. 6 figures minimum. Ideally more. I'm not looking for someone to support me, but I want someone on my level. Wants kids eventually, but understands my career is important and non-negotiable. Emotionally available. Good communicator. Ambitious, but not a workaholic. Physically fit. I run 4 times a week. So I'd like someone who prioritizes health. Age range 38 to 46 years old. Margaret's typing on her laptop, nodding along. Then she looks up. And what do you bring to a relationship? I blink. I mean, I just told you I make good money. I'm independent. I own my condo outright. I have my own everything. I'm educated. Northwestern law? Yes. But what do you bring to him? What would make a man choose you specifically over other women he could date? The question irritates me, but I answer. I'm successful, intelligent. I can hold my own in any conversation. I'm low maintenance because I don't need a man to take care of me financially. I'm direct. I don't play games. Margaret's doing this polite smile that doesn't reach her eyes. Do you cook? I meal prep every Sunday. Salmon, quinoa, roasted vegetables. I can cook. When was your last serious relationship? About 2.5 years ago. How long were you together? 16 months? What happened? I shift in my seat. He wasn't going anywhere. Career-wise, he was comfortable being stagnant. I need someone with drive. What did he do? Account manager. Made about $72,000. And how long were you together? Before you decided he lacked ambition? I mean, it became clear over time, maybe 7 months in. But I gave it a chance. Margaret makes a note. And before that relationship, we go through my history. Each answer I give. She asks a follow-up that feels slightly like a trap. The guy before that was too clingy. The one before that had a weird relationship with his ex-wife. The one before that, I can't even remember why we broke up. It just fizzled. Tell me about your hobbies, Margaret says. I run along the lakefront, Pilates twice a week. I read, mostly business and self-improvement books. I like trying new restaurants, checking out the food scene. Do you do these activities with mixed groups? Meet people organically? My friends are mostly coupled up now, or busy with kids. Margaret closes her laptop, folds her hands on her desk. Her whole expression shifts from professional pleasantness to something like a doctor about to deliver bad news. Claire, I'm going to be direct with you, because that's what you're paying for. And I don't believe in wasting people's time or money. Based on what you've told me, your expectations, your approach, your energy, I cannot in good conscience take you on as a client in your current state. My face gets hot. Excuse me, the men you're describing, 6'1" plus, high earners, physically fit, age 38 to 46, wanting children. Those men have options, many options. And the reality you need to understand is that they're pursuing and marrying women between 27 and 32, typically. She holds up a hand. I'm not finished. A 41-year-old man with the qualities you listed can date a 28-year-old woman who's more flexible, more nurturing in her presentation, and has a wider fertility window. That's not my opinion. That's market reality, backed by 28 years of data. So what? I should just give up? Accept that men my age are shallow. The men in your actual dating pool, men in their late 30s and 40s looking for a life partner. They want something you're not currently offering. They want warmth. They want someone who makes them feel appreciated, needed, valued. Not like they're being interviewed for a position they're probably not qualified for anyway. I start to respond, but she keeps going. Your energy right now is corporate, evaluative, transactional. That works wonderfully in your career, I'm sure. It does not work in dating. Show me your dating profile. My hands are shaking slightly as I pull up Bumble and hand over my phone. She scrolls in silence for a long moment. These photos, they're fine quality. But look at your body language. This one at the rooftop bar. arms crossed, serious expression. This running photo. You're alone looking at the camera like it's a professional headshot. This one at brunch. You look annoyed. Where's the warmth? Where's the joy? She keeps scrolling. Your prompts. I'm looking for someone who can match my energy and intelligence. My greatest strength is my self-sufficiency. Don't waste my time if you're not serious about your goals. Claire. This reads like a LinkedIn profile with a warning label. You're not attracting men. You're filtering them out before they even match with you. I'm stating my standards. You're stating demands. Let me show you something. She pulls up her laptop, taps a few things, turns it toward me. It's a database of profiles. These are the men in my network who match your basic criteria. Age 38 to 46. 6 figures and above. 6 foot and taller. Want children? Chicago Metro. There are 21 profiles visible. Now watch. She adjusts a filter. Open to dating women 35 to 40. The number drops to 7. Now let's add never married. No children. It drops to 2. One of these 2 just started dating someone exclusively last week. The other one is relocating to Denver for work next month. So, realistically, you have 0 men in my entire network who meet your stated requirements and would theoretically be in your dating pool. She taps on a different profile. Professional photo, attractive guy, good smile. This is Andrew, 43, private equity. Divorced a year ago after his wife's affair. Since joining my service, he's dated 5 women, ages 29, 31, 28, 32, and 30. He's currently serious with the 30-year-old. She's a veterinary technician, wants 3 kids, grew up in a small town in Indiana. Very traditional values. They're talking about moving in together. I'm staring at the screen, but I don't know what to say. Now let me show you the men who are interested in dating women your age. She swipes to a different screen. The faces are different. Older looking, softer around the middle, receding hairlines. Reading glasses. This one's 5 foot 10 inches. Project manager at Boeing. Makes $145,000. Has a son every other weekend. Never remarried after his divorce because he wanted to focus on being present for his kid. This one's 5 foot 11 inches. High school vice principal. Never married because he was caring for his father who had Parkinson's. He passed 2 years ago, and now he's ready to date. This one's 6 foot even. Financial planner. 2 teenage daughters. Loves woodworking. They're not what I'm looking for. The words come out harder than I intended. Margaret sets down her laptop, looks at me directly. I know. That's the entire problem, Claire. What you're looking for doesn't want you. Or, more accurately, the current version of you. The one sitting in my office right now with a list of demands, and no apparent understanding of what you're actually offering in return. The sentence lands like a slap. She continues, softer now, but no less direct. You have 2 choices. You can adjust your expectations to match reality. Start dating the good men who are actually available and interested. Or you can adjust yourself, your approach, your energy, your presentation, and maybe, attract someone closer to what you think you want. But right now, you're bringing a resume to a dance, and nobody wants to dance with a resume. I stand up. My chair scrapes loud against the floor. Thanks for your honesty, Margaret. No, really. Very enlightening. I'll think about what you said. I leave before she can respond. Before I start crying in front of her. I'm at Intelligentsia Coffee 20 minutes later. Hands wrapped around a vanilla latte. Staring out the window at people passing by. A couple walks past. She's laughing at something he said, tucked under his arm. They look young, happy, easy. I pull out my phone and rage text my group chat. Just paid $600 for a matchmaker to call me undateable. Actual misogyny. She basically said I should lower my standards and be more submissive to attract men. In 2025, Jessica responds in seconds. That's literally internalized misogyny from a woman. Report her. She said I'm too corporate, too independent, that I need to be warmer and nurturing. Jessica. Barf. Men are so fragile they can't handle a successful woman. The bar is on the floor, and they still limbo under it. Megan takes longer to respond. She's been married 4 years. Has a 2-year-old. Megan. What exactly did she say? Like, word for word. I send a long paragraph. The height filters, the age ranges, the men dating younger women, the database dropping from 21 to 0. All of it. Jessica. She's bitter that she's old, projecting her issues onto you. You're a catch. Megan. I mean, was any of it valid, though? Just asking. I stare at my phone. What do you mean, valid? Megan. Like, you've been single for 2.5 years. And you did break up with Nathan because he wasn't ambitious enough. But now he's doing really well from what I heard. Sometimes the matchmakers know the market better than we want to admit. I leave her on read. Jessica sends 3 more messages about how I should write a bad review. How matchmakers are just selling patriarchal nonsense to desperate women. How I'm perfect as I am. But Megan's message sits there. You did break up with Nathan because he wasn't ambitious enough. I close the group chat. Thursday evening. I'm at a wine bar in Lincoln Park with Jessica. She wanted to get me out of my apartment. Stop me from spiraling. We're sitting at a high-top table. And she's going off about Margaret. These matchmakers prey on women's insecurities. They make you think something's wrong with you, so you'll pay them to fix it. It's a scam. Yeah, I say, but I'm only half listening. You're successful. You're attractive. You have your life together. Any man would be lucky. That's when I see him. Nathan. My ex from 2.5 years ago. The account manager who lacked ambition. The one who made $72,000 and was still figuring things out at 34. The one I broke up with because I needed someone more established, more driven, more. He's at a table about 25 feet away, with a group of people. And there's a woman next to him. She's young. I'd guess 29, maybe 30. Blonde hair in a braid, wearing jeans and a simple white blouse. She's laughing at something he said, her hand on his knee. Casual, easy, natural. And on her left hand catching the dim bar light. A ring. Claire. You okay? I can't look away. Nathan looks different. Better. He lost the softness around his middle. His beard is actually trimmed instead of just existing on his face. He's wearing a fitted blazer that looks expensive. He looks confident. Put together. Happy. The woman says something and kisses his cheek. He grins. This wide, genuine smile I remember from early in our relationship, back before I started mentioning how his coworkers were getting promoted ahead of him. Is that? Jessica follows my gaze. Yeah. Oh no, we can leave. No, it's fine. It's a public place. But I'm staring. The woman isn't even that pretty. She's cute, sure, but nothing special. Girl next door type. Basic. She's probably a teacher or a nurse or something simple like that. What does she have that I... Nathan sees me. His expression shifts. Surprise. Then something like discomfort. He says something to the woman. Stands up. Walks over. Claire. Hey. Long time. Yeah. About 2 years. 2.5. Awkward pause. Jessica's suddenly very interested in her phone. How have you been? He asks. Good. Really good. Just made partner track at the firm last year. billing more hours than ever. You? Why did I say that? Why did I lead with work? Can't complain. Got promoted to regional sales director about 14 months ago, actually. He glances back at his table. I'm engaged. That's Lauren. Oh, wow. Congratulations. Thanks. We met at my cousin's wedding 2 years ago. She's a kindergarten teacher. We're getting married in September up in Wisconsin. A kindergarten teacher making what? 52,000, maybe 58,000 in Chicago if she's lucky? That's really great, Nathan. I'm happy for you. Another pause. He shifts his weight, puts his hands in his pockets. You seeing anyone? Casually dating, keeping my options open, focusing on my career mostly. He nods. Yeah, that makes sense. You were always really focused. The way he says it, it doesn't sound like a compliment. Well, I should get back. But hey, Claire, I hope you find what you're looking for. I really do mean that. There's something in his voice. Not bitterness, not smugness. Almost pity. He walks back to his table. Lauren looks up at him with this open, adoring expression, like he's the most interesting person in the world. He sits down, puts his arm around her shoulders, kisses her temple. She laughs and leans into him, her head on his shoulder. I watch them for another minute. The ease between them. The way she touches his arm when she talks. The way he listens to her. Fully present. Smiling. When's the last time I touched someone like that? When's the last time I looked at someone like they hung the moon? When's the last time someone looked at me that way? Okay, that was awkward. But also, Jessica leans in, lowers her voice. She's like really young. He probably feels more in control with someone less established and successful. Classic male insecurity. He couldn't handle you. I nod automatically. But I'm thinking about what Margaret said. Men want someone who makes them feel appreciated, needed, valued. Lauren just laughed at something mundane Nathan said and touched his arm. It looked effortless, warm, genuine. When's the last time I was warm? Let's go, I tell Jessica. Back at my apartment. Second glass of wine in hand. I'm scrolling through old photos on my phone. I don't know what I'm looking for until I find it. 8 years ago. I'm 31st at my friend's wedding in Michigan. I'm wearing a red dress. Actually smiling. Not the tight professional smile from my current photos, but a real one. My body language is open, relaxed. I look softer somehow. I remember that night. 3 different guys asked for my number. One was a commercial airline pilot. Good looking. 6 foot 1 inch. Great smile. We texted a few times. He wanted to meet up that week. But I was busy with a case, and he seemed too eager anyway. I ghosted after a week. Another was a financial analyst. 5 foot 11 inches. Owned a townhouse in Evanston. Stable job. We went on 2 dates. He was nice, kind of funny. But he talked a lot about his family. On date 2, he mentioned wanting me to meet his parents soon. Too serious. Too fast. I ended it over text. I can't even remember the third guy's name or his face. Just that he existed, and I said no. I open Bumble, scroll through my current reality. Greg, 53. The dad with the fish photo. Kevin, 46. The entrepreneur with cropped-out X's. Scott, 49. The short teacher who actually seems nice. David, 43. The Microsoft developer whose personality is father. And then there's a new one. Richard, 51. Clearly used a photo from 8 years ago. Bio says recently divorced. Testing the waters. I think about Andrew from Margaret's database. Probably moving in with that 30-year-old veterinary technician right now. I think about Nathan's hand on Lauren's shoulder. I finish my wine. Pour another. Saturday morning. I'm on my treadmill, but I can't focus. The instructor's yelling about pushing through resistance and breaking barriers. And all I can think about is Nathan's face when he said, "I hope you find what you're looking for," like I was lost. I get off at 15 minutes, shower, make coffee, stare at my phone. There's a voicemail from Mom about Katie's baby shower next month. Then, honey, I'm not trying to pressure you, but biologically speaking, if you want children, I delete it. But then I'm looking at Margaret's website again, reading the testimonials, success stories, happy couples who found love later in life, and never thought it would happen. I book another appointment before I can talk myself out of it. The following Tuesday, I'm back in her office. Margaret looks unsurprised. "Have you thought about our conversation? I'm willing to make adjustments. I could go down to 6 foot even. Maybe extend the age range to 48 years old." Margaret looks at me over her reading glasses, says nothing. "What? The height requirement isn't the problem, Claire. It's the energy, the approach, the fact that you're negotiating with reality like it's a contract." I don't respond. She slides a folder across her desk. 3 men from my network. They saw your profile, your initial profile before our conversation, and expressed interest. Good men, stable, kind, looking for partnership. I open the folder. 3 profiles, 5 foot 10 inches, 5 foot 11 inches, 6 foot even, ages 44, 46, 42. They look normal, not ugly, not models, just regular men with kind faces. "Think about it," Margaret says. "Back home, I put the profiles on my fridge, look at them while making coffee. Then I open Bumble, stare at my profile, the photos with crossed arms, the prompts that read like a job posting. I go to my filters. Height requirement currently set to 6 foot 1 inch plus. I change it to 5 foot 11 inches. Not 5 foot 10 inches. Not yet. Baby steps. But then I look at my bio. I'm looking for someone who can match my energy and intelligence. My finger hovers over the edit button. I close the app. Maybe tomorrow.